Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the King of Destiny here. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you guys from wherever you're watching. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is uh, another episode, the campus edition. I'm still on my campus edition, and yeah, it's been a ride and it's been a journey. So thank you for those who've been watching. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to tune in and subscribe. So this is now the I'm going to continue about the campus edition. Welcome back. So guys, my campus life has been quite a ride. It has been quite something. Uh, I left out in my last episode saying I'll be talking about balancing. So in this episode, I'll talk about how balancing and about how my life came out to be like. I need to balance things, and also about balancing, and also about uh, how you should not go back to your past, and also uh, about prayer too. So guys, let me tell you something. uh, when I I left off when I was in my third, almost my third semester. So now it's my third semester, and time is running. So how school campus life is. How school time usually passes by, especially if you have classes, and there are things you have to do, and also there are friends you have and things like that. So actuarial science for me was definitely not an easy course. I'm happy to be where I am right now, and I'm blessed to say that I'm blessed by God to say that I'm where I am right now. So let me just say this: uh, actuarial science was not an easy course. It was something else, guys. It was it was it was one of those courses where you think you can do it, and then it gets there and it's like you can't do it, and it becomes one of those courses you think you can do it, and then it shocks you. So uh, that's the major reason why I never I never it was just a hectic course. Let me just say that it became something difficult for me. I had to choose how to balance, how to read actual science, and how to be with my friends, and how to maneuver that life of fun. So I decided to continue just doing it. But when I was doing it, I remember I got into some really fun times. As you know, when I do this, that means like I'm out of it. Doesn't mean like there are people who are still in campus like having such fun, and it's okay for anyone who's doing that. But okay, let me just say that was my fun at the particular time. If you're doing that you know what you're doing, and I'm not here to judge anybody. So fun became something else. I used to have fun in a very ridiculous way. Like sometimes I could take my parents' car, and I remember there's a time I took my parents' car and I went to have fun, uh, with it, in school. I went and picked up a few friends, and then we went and we did what high school, what kind campus people, the fun, the kind of fun I'm talking about when in campus during my first year, my third semester. So it went on like that. I used to take my parents' car, and then I used to just don't really think about the friendships I'm making. I had one friend who's called Ricky, and I told you in the last episode. Shout out to Ricky where you are. I'm using your name. Yeah. So I I used to feel like it's a friendship, but it's not a friendship. Like I just felt like I was in a way losing a friend because of the kind of environment that there was at that particular time. He was doing his things, and I was also doing my things. And his campus, it's a different dynamic. It's not the same dynamic as it was in high school. So I can say that for sure. Uh, so he, okay, so we were friends, and then we just became like far away friends. Like we are still friends, but we don't talk about like what friends talk about. So ikakuwa hivyo until I was just empty inside, and I wasn't feeling it because of the way I was just engaged in like no balancing. I was not thinking about my school like that, and then it just became a total mess. So from there, I remember I told myself that I need to like have a new environment. So the moment I told myself that is like the moment things became even a bit worse than they're supposed to be. Because when I told myself I need to have a new environment, that is when I remember I got into friendships that were, I got some days when I was just running around KU. I got a friend who I was with in high school, and then we became friends again. I started, let me just say this, I became friends with, I learned that there were people also studying in the same school that were in my high school. So we all became friends. We all became friends just the same way. Okay, in high school we were not friends, but we became friends. That was like the worst mistake that I did. Uh, so I will tell you guys one thing. Like I went back to my past, and my past meaning like friendships that created friendships with people already knew. So it became so lonely. It became so sad. I became this lonely, sad person when you look at the, like you might look at that time I used to like look like I'm okay, but I'm not okay inside. I used to like I used to be sad, and I used to be lonely at those particular days. So my my life became school. I forgot about prayer. That's another thing. Guys, I forgot to pray. I just like I used to go to church only, but I forgot about prayer completely. Like I couldn't pray for myself. I couldn't pray for what's happening. I didn't pray for anything. So uh, it just became that. So you see, guys, I left my friendship. It was just a confused time. I left my friendship, the friendship that I had with Ricky, and then I just fell into fun. Then went ahead and went back to the past. So as you can see by that story, how by me telling you that how it was really messed up. So guys, I would like to tell you one thing. Do not ever, ever go back to your past, because your past is something that is your past. It can haunt you, and there are things you don't want to do the same way you did them in the past. We are all growing, becoming new creations. We are all built to become new. God created us to grow. Jesus created us to grow. So, guys, never go back to your past. Let your past be your past. So when I became friends with those high schoolers, high school friends that were there, I lost myself. Let me just say I lost myself. I lost so much at that particular time, and it wasn't a good time. Let me just say it wasn't a good time. So I will tell you guys this. Make sure that before you do things, at least learn to balance. Know what you have first, and then make sure that you have your priority right. Like if it's school, you're supposed to be studying, make sure you study, and then make sure you don't give fun the most of your time, and don't go back to the past, because those friendships that I got again, they made me think that I'm okay. They made me think that it's okay, but deep down I was lonely, I was sad, and mind you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, I couldn't talk to my parents, to be honest. Let me just say this, and I hope my parents won't feel some type of way about this, but my parents have always been busy. They have always been busy parents, so it was difficult. It has always been in a way difficult for me to talk to them about things, and I grew up basically in uh, they're called what, in boarding schools. So growing up in boarding schools, knowing that it's growing up by yourself and things like that, it was not easy for me to share some of these things. So it has not been easy like that to do that, but I'm coming up to a place where I can share these things probably with my parents or with a friend. So guys, never go back to your past. Don't go back to your friendship of the past, and make sure that in whatever you do, make sure you involve prayer. I'll always say this in every episode, because as I said, I'm going to be talking about God, Jesus Christ, and what you're supposed to how I can relate my stories from that, because God is the creator, and I talk about every person who is watching, whoever religion you're in, however you worship, just make sure your true religion comes first, and then if it's that, make sure you're balanced. At least don't do things in a way that you're not balanced. If you feel like you're imbalanced, check yourself again and check your life. So it became a sad time. I started failing, I remember, and it was really a bad time. It was really bad, and it was really sad and lonely at that particular time. So yeah, guys, so don't go back to your past. Make sure you pray, and make sure you balance your life. So that was like almost my second, that was like my second year around around my second term. So that was like my life in KU. That was like how it was in Kenyatta University, and it was not a good time. I will tell you that for sure. It was not a good time, and some of the things, I'm not saying I'm regretful, but we all say if we can go back, we can do things differently. If at all you say that, I don't know how many people I'm talking to, maybe you've done something. You're saying if you will go back, probably you'll do something differently. But there's no need to regret. Just embrace what you have right now and move on. So that with that, I'm going to cut the video short from here. I'm going to make sure that in the next episode I'll be talking to you about more of my campus life, so stay tuned to the next episode. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I know probably this one was a short one, but yeah, I'll keep it the way at least you guys can be able to relate, so that it can be easy and it can be good for people to watch and for people to relate, because I don't want to be making also sometimes like long stories and you can just listen to it, listen in and then just get the story. Don't go back to your past. Make sure you pray and make sure you have a balanced life and don't give fun too much of your attention. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.